Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. As we navigate the complexities of our world, we are often reminded of the prophetic messages that have been passed down through the ages. The tension between nations, such as the current situation between Israel and Iran, can lead us to question the path our world is on. Are these conflicts mere geopolitical struggles, or do they hold deeper significance in the tapestry of divine prophecy? In the Christian tradition, the book of Revelation offers insight into the end times, foretelling of wars and natural disasters that will shake the foundations of our world. It speaks of a time when nations will rise against nations and kingdoms against kingdoms, echoing the conflicts we witness today. But amidst these turbulent times, we are called to be a beacon of light and hope. We are reminded to not be overcome by the darkness that surrounds us, but to overcome it with goodness and compassion. It is in these moments of trial that our faith is tested, and our actions are called upon to reflect the love and grace that we have been shown. As we look to the future, let us remember that earthquakes, both literal and metaphorical, will come. But it is how we respond to these upheavals that define us. Let us stand firm in our beliefs, offering a hand of friendship to those in need and a voice of reason in the midst of chaos. In understanding the significance of Israel and Iran in biblical prophecy, we must first recognize the historical and spiritual context of these nations. Israel holds a unique place in the Bible as the promised land of God's chosen people, the Jews. Throughout history, it has been a focal point of divine intervention and prophecy fulfillment. Iran, known biblically as Persia, also has a rich history intertwined with biblical narratives, including its role in the liberation of the Jewish people during the time of Esther. In modern times, the tensions between Israel and Iran are seen by some as a continuation of ancient biblical conflicts. The current geopolitical landscape, with Iran's vocal opposition to Israel and its alleged pursuit of nuclear capabilities, has sparked fears of a potential conflict with apocalyptic implications. From a biblical perspective, these tensions are seen as part of a larger narrative of end-time events. The Bible speaks of a time when nations will gather against Israel, a scenario that aligns with current geopolitical dynamics. While the exact interpretation of these prophecies is debated among scholars, many Christians see these events as signs of the approaching end times. In light of these prophecies, Christians are called to be vigilant, prayerful, and compassionate. Rather than succumbing to fear or hatred, we are urged to respond with love and understanding, recognizing that ultimately, God is in control of history and will bring about His purposes in His time. The role of earthquakes in end-time prophecies is significant, symbolizing both physical and spiritual upheaval. Throughout the Bible, earthquakes are often associated with divine intervention and the shaking of the foundations of the earth. In the book of Revelation, earthquakes are described as one of the signs of the end times, signaling the wrath of God and the coming of Judgment Day. In the context of current events and biblical prophecy, earthquakes can be seen as a metaphor for the turmoil and chaos that will precede the return of Christ. Just as earthquakes shake the physical earth, these metaphorical earthquakes will shake the foundations of human society, revealing the fragility of our earthly pursuits and the need for spiritual awakening. As we witness natural disasters and geopolitical tensions increase around the world, it is tempting to fear the future. However, for Christians, these events serve as reminders of the transient nature of our world and the importance of spiritual preparedness. Rather than being consumed by fear, we are called to stand firm in our faith, trusting in God's ultimate plan for humanity. In conclusion, the role of earthquakes in end-time prophecies is a powerful reminder of the divine sovereignty over the earth. While these events may cause fear and uncertainty, they also serve as signs of the coming redemption and the fulfillment of God's promises. Responding with love and compassion in times of conflict is a central teaching in many spiritual traditions, including Christianity. It is often during moments of discord and strife that the true test of our faith and character emerges. Instead of succumbing to anger or hatred, we are called to emulate the love and compassion shown to us by God. In the context of conflicts such as the one between Israel and Iran, responding with love and compassion can seem challenging. However, it is precisely in these moments that our actions can have the greatest impact. By seeking to understand the perspectives of others, offering forgiveness, and extending a hand of friendship, we can begin to break down the barriers that divide us. As Christians, we are reminded of the words of Jesus, who instructed us to love our enemies and pray for those who persecute us. This does not mean condoning wrongdoing or ignoring injustice, but rather responding with a spirit of love and reconciliation. In times of conflict, our faith calls us to be peacemakers, seeking to bridge the divide between opposing sides. This may require us to step out of our comfort zones, engage in difficult conversations, and offer forgiveness where it is not easily given. But ultimately, by responding with love and compassion, we can be agents of healing and reconciliation in a broken world. Finding strength and hope in the midst of turmoil is a fundamental aspect of spiritual resilience. In times of crisis, whether personal or global, our faith can serve as an anchor, grounding us in a sense of purpose and meaning. As Christians, we draw strength from the teachings of Jesus Christ, who promised to be with us always, even in the darkest of times. The world is currently facing numerous challenges, from conflicts and natural disasters to personal struggles and uncertainties about the future. In the face of such turmoil, it is natural to feel overwhelmed and powerless. However, it is precisely in these moments that our faith can shine brightest. One source of strength and hope is the belief that our lives are part of a larger divine plan. While we may not understand why certain events occur, we trust that God is working all things together for good. This perspective allows us to find meaning in our suffering and to endure with patience and hope. Additionally, our faith teaches us the importance of community and support. By coming together with others who share our beliefs, we can find comfort and strength in each other's presence. Through prayer, fellowship, and acts of kindness, we can be a source of hope and encouragement to those around us. In conclusion, finding strength and hope in the midst of turmoil is a testament to the power of faith. By trusting in God's plan, leaning on each other for support, and remaining steadfast in our beliefs, we can weather any storm that comes our way. The importance of spiritual preparedness in times of uncertainty cannot be overstated. As we navigate the challenges of life, both on a personal and global scale, our faith can serve as a source of strength and stability. Just as we prepare physically for emergencies by stocking up on supplies and making plans, we must also prepare spiritually by nurturing our relationship with the divine. In the Christian tradition, spiritual preparedness involves deepening our understanding of Scripture, engaging in prayer and meditation, and cultivating a spirit of compassion and forgiveness. It is through these practices that we develop the resilience and wisdom to face whatever challenges come our way. One of the key aspects of spiritual preparedness is trust in a higher power. By surrendering our fears and anxieties to God, we can find peace in the midst of uncertainty. This does not mean that we will be immune to suffering or hardship, but rather that we can face these challenges with courage and grace. Another important aspect of spiritual preparedness is being mindful of our actions and their impact on others. By living according to our values and treating others with kindness and respect, we can contribute to a more peaceful and harmonious world. In conclusion, spiritual preparedness is essential for navigating the uncertainties of life. By cultivating a strong spiritual foundation and living according to our beliefs, we can find strength, peace, and purpose in the midst of turmoil. Recognizing the signs of the times and interpreting current events through a biblical lens is a practice deeply rooted in Christian faith. Throughout history, believers have looked to Scripture for guidance on understanding the world around them, seeking to discern the hand of God in the events of their time. In the context of modern-day conflicts and geopolitical tensions, such as those between Israel and Iran, many Christians turn to passages in the Bible, particularly in the books of Daniel and Revelation, for insights into these events. These books are believed to contain prophecies about the end times, including wars, rumors of wars, and nations rising against nations. However, interpreting current events through a biblical lens requires discernment and humility. While it is important to be aware of the signs of the times, it is equally important not to be consumed by fear or speculation. Instead, Christians are called to respond with faith, hope, and love, trusting in God's ultimate plan for humanity. Ultimately, recognizing the signs of the times is about maintaining a posture of spiritual readiness. By staying grounded in Scripture, prayer, and community, Christians can navigate the complexities of the world with wisdom and discernment, shining the light of God's truth in the midst of darkness. The role of prayer and faith in times of crisis is paramount, providing solace, strength, and a sense of connection to the divine. In moments of uncertainty and turmoil, turning to prayer can offer a profound sense of comfort, knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. Through prayer, we can express our fears, hopes, and gratitude, finding peace in the knowledge that God hears and cares for us. Faith plays a central role in how we interpret and respond to crisis. It is a source of resilience, helping us to trust in God's plan even when faced with adversity. Faith reminds us that there is a higher purpose to our suffering and that our struggles are not in vain. Prayer and faith also have a transformative effect on our perspective. Instead of being consumed by fear or despair, prayer allows us to shift our focus to God's power and goodness. It enables us to see beyond the immediate crisis and to trust in God's provision for the future. In times of crisis, prayer and faith can also move us to action. They inspire us to reach out to those in need, to offer compassion and support, and to be a beacon of hope in a dark world. In conclusion, the role of prayer and faith in times of crisis is multifaceted. They provide comfort, strength, perspective, and motivation, guiding us through the darkest of times with grace and resilience. Seeking peace and contributing to global harmony is a noble endeavor that starts within the hearts of individuals. In a world often plagued by conflict and discord, it is crucial for each person to cultivate a spirit of peace in their thoughts, words, and actions. This commitment to peace begins with fostering inner harmony through practices such as meditation, prayer, and self-reflection. By finding peace within ourselves, we can then extend it to others, creating a ripple effect that can have a profound impact on the world around us. One of the most powerful ways individuals can contribute to global harmony is through practicing empathy and understanding. By seeking to understand the perspectives and experiences of others, we can bridge divides and build connections based on mutual respect and compassion. This can lead to more peaceful and harmonious relationships, both locally and globally. Another important way individuals can contribute to global harmony is by promoting justice and equality. This means standing up against injustice and discrimination and advocating for the rights and dignity of all people. By working towards a more just and equitable world, we can create the conditions necessary for peace to flourish. Ultimately, seeking peace and contributing to global harmony is a lifelong journey that requires dedication, courage, and humility. It is about recognizing our interconnectedness with all living beings and striving to create a world where peace is not just a dream, but a reality. The ultimate hope for many Christians lies in the promise of a new heaven and earth, where peace, justice, and harmony will reign supreme. This hope is deeply rooted in biblical teachings, particularly in the book of Revelation, which describes a future where God will make all things new and wipe away every tear from our eyes. In times of turmoil and uncertainty, this promise offers solace and comfort, reminding believers that the challenges of this world are temporary and that a greater reality awaits them. This hope is not passive but transformative, inspiring believers to live with courage, compassion, and integrity in the present. The promise of a new heaven and earth also serves as a reminder of the importance of stewardship and care for the world we inhabit. It calls us to be mindful of our impact on the environment and to work towards a future where all of creation can flourish. Ultimately, the hope of a new heaven and earth is a testament to the power of faith and the resilience of the human spirit. It is a reminder that no matter how dire the circumstances may seem, there is always hope for a better future. As Christians, we are called to hold fast to this hope, knowing that God is faithful and that His promises will be fulfilled in due time.